The history of the band goes back pretty far.
You know, we all kind of came on board at different times and different sort of eras.
I actually grew up with Josh, and Josh was like a shredder, and we were in bands when we were super young.
Hugh and I started playing together in 6th grade, which is really crazy to think about.
I'm from Mississippi. I lived there for a long time and started playing in bands in Mississippi. And he moved to Boston, like, kind of on a whim.
I've been playing with Diggs, who plays drums, since we were in college together.
It was kind of a dark time. We were like doing Rage Against the Machine covers and like recording them ourselves. It was kind of bleak. And then we put an ad in the paper called the Boston Phoenix, just looking for a bass player. We had no idea who was going to turn up.
And I just started going down the help wanted ads, and the first band I come across is this band called Johnny Wishbone.
Johnny Wishbone.
Johnny Wishbone.
Johnny Wishbone.
We tried out a couple of guys that were fucking insane like crazy.
They sent me a disc and said, we'll learn a few tracks on this.
We rolled in with a bass amp.
The singer wasn't there, it was just me, Dave, and Doug.
And we played with Huey, we jammed out, and we were like, wow, that was fucking great.
I had the time of my life. Dave had the time of his life.
And then Diggs was like, oh, we'd love to have you back. And I was like,
Oh.
wait a minute, we didn't even talk about this. Like, and Huey to this day still like his feelings are hurt that I like wasn't immediately smitten.
So clearly Doug wasn't really sure about me at the time.
Which I was, by the way, because he was by far the best bass player.
You know, we joined Johnny Wishbone. Jay was in another band that we were playing around with, and we were in this like tiny little bar.
We played our first show with them, and in the back of my mind, I was like, I want to be in that band.
Doug sort of looks over at me as Jay like launches into it with like this incredible growl voice, because we both knew that we sort of wanted to steal him.
Fast forward a year.
And he quit his band, joined our band, and that's when we became sort of Rubikon.
Played a ton of shows together and toured most of the country for a while. And in late 2005, we sort of said, all right, I think we've had our time.
For a long time, I was just a fan. I was a real big fan.
And then like 2008, 2009, Josh like reached out and was like,
Hey, I used to be in a band with Huey.
you guys gotta get the band back together and I want to be a part of it. And we were like, yes, that'd be great.
I essentially begged them to allow me to play with them.
And so Josh came on board as a second guitarist and sort of breathed new life into the band.
Sort of kicked off this sort of next era of Rubikon.
And that's sort of the way it all began.